Okay, so keeping in line with this whole myth idea and mythical creatures, we're going to jump into another mythical creature called Bigfoot. How many of you have heard of Bigfoot? Okay, yeah, everybody. So we're going to watch one of the most famous recordings of Bigfoot by Roger Patterson, and it's on this clip.
There's Bob. Now there's Patrick.
It all looks a bit like a home movie, but then, with just a minute left on the film, it changes dramatically. Whatever your first impression of this footage, there's no in-camera trickery. Examining the film shows that something really walked in front of Patterson's camera. And let's be clear on one thing. This footage either has to be a hoax or the most important piece of wildlife film.
Okay, so what did we see in that video? Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yeti, a guy walking around in a monkey suit? No one really knows for sure, but what everyone can agree on is the fact that it is a bipedal humanoid. Humanoid meaning resembling a human, and bipedal meaning it moves on two limbs, in this case legs. And that's about as far as it goes in common ground on this myth. A lot of people have crazy opinions and have tried crazy things, but they can't agree that it does resemble a human at least. So throughout this presentation, I hope to provide you with enough information about this mythical creature so you can form your own educated opinion and be able to stand by your side when you're fighting someone about Bigfoot. So we'll look at the global variations of this myth. We'll look at reasons to be skeptical about it as well as reasons to believe. So here we go. Alright, starting here in North America, it is commonly known as Bigfoot or Sasquatch, which is the Native American name given to the creature, meaning hairy giant. Go ahead to the next slide. A standard Bigfoot is about 7 to 10 feet tall, weighing 500 pounds with very large feet, of course, and completely covered in hair. So next slide. This is a demonstration about how big a Bigfoot foot really is compared to a human man. It's quite a drastic difference. That is a large creature. Next slide. According to the Columbia Electronic Encyclopedia, people who have encountered the beast have recorded a really high-pitched screech coming from it and a terrible odor, as well as extreme strength and quickness. Most sightings have occurred in the Pacific Northwest, western regions of Canada, as well as some areas of New England. The first sighting in North America, however, was in 1811 by a man named David Thompson. As he was exploring Alberta, Canada, he saw really strange, large footprints in the snow that made him wonder. That was according to Thomas Wyatt's article, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Abominable Snowman, and Yeti. The first live encounter in North America was in 1884 when a train crew was passing through British Columbia and noticed a weird creature walking around in the woods. And I was, what is that? It's not a bear. I know that. They crawl on 4 feet. It's not a human, so their best guess was it was some sort of Sasquatch-like figure. And they nicknamed it Jacko for whatever reason. Another version of this creature exists in the Himalayan mountains, and it is known as the Yeti or the Abominable Snowman. The original name for this creature was Mito-Kongmi, which was named by a Nepali village nearby, meaning Abominable Snowman. As word got out about this creature and people started to get excited about it, it traveled through the area, and a Tibetan village nicknamed it Yeti, and that's kind of what stuck. It has the same basic features as a Bigfoot, except for it has white fur, and it exists in the higher and colder climate, and so it's used to the snow. The first encounter of this Yeti was in 1951 by a British explorer named Eric Shipton. He was climbing the Himalayas, and he noticed some dark, scary figures up ahead in a snowfield, and he was scared, so he laid low for a little bit, and after they passed, he went and saw giant footprints in the snow as well, so that led him to believe in it. China also has a version of this creature, and it is called the Yeren, or the Chinese wild man, according to Bigfoot Encounters, and it has existed in Chinese history for thousands of years. The first recorded sighting, however, was in 1940 by a biologist named Wang Selin. When he was walking through the Gansu forest, he discovered a corpse of the creature. The first live encounter was in 1950 by a geologist named Fan Zhengquan, when he seemingly saw a mother and son wild man passing through the woods. So There are many sightings throughout time and throughout the world, and it makes me believe that there's pretty solid evidence this is a real species. However, a lot of people don't believe in that, and there are several hoaxes that disprove this fact. One of the most famous ones was in 1958 in Northern California. A man named Ray Wallace, he owned a logging company, and he was getting stolen from. So in order to ward off the thieves, he decided to make large footprints, track them around his property to scare them off. Luckily it worked, and he stopped getting stolen from, but it drew in a lot of press attention, which he liked. So he took that secret to the grave. However, he died a couple years ago at age 84, and his kids decided to release to the press that it has been a hoax the whole time, which bummed out a lot of people, but a lot of people kind of expected it. And there's a picture of him, with his fake feet that he used to scare people. Next slide. Another famous hoax was in 2008 in Georgia, is the rubber suit hoax. And a man named Rick Dyer was walking through the Georgia woods, and he found a corpse just out of nowhere, just laying in the woods. And he drug it back to his house, kept it in the freezer to preserve the body, and pictures were soon leaked all over the internet. People started getting excited. The media got involved, scientists got involved, and took it to a lab to DNA test it, and found that it was a rubber suit. So everyone was pretty upset about that. There's a picture of the creature that he found. There's been several other attempts at 15 minutes of fame, but we don't have time to list them all. Another possible reason to be skeptical about this whole Bigfoot thing is a disease called hypertrichosis. And that is when there's excessive hair growth all over the body. So it's possible that someone with this disease is just lurking around the woods hiding. Another possibility is that researchers believe that when you step in the mud, rainfall and snow have the ability to kind of expand the footprint in the mud, and so that could give the illusion of large feet. So a lot of people fight this myth, but a lot of people believe in it as well. And so here's some reasons that you should believe in it too. So in 2000, in Skookum Meadows, Washington, there was a group of Bigfoot hunters went up into the woods and set this trap. So in their trap, they had a mud puddle with water in the middle and hard mud on the outside, soft mud in the middle. And so next slide. Their plan was to have fruit in the middle to lure in the creature, hopefully leaving tracks in the soft mud that they could record later. So they left this overnight, and they found large footprints as well as a weird distorted body figure in the mud. And this is what they came up with. The creature kind of leaned over to scoop up the berries, eat it, so he went and stir up the muddy water. So he's an intelligent creature from what they found. Yeah, so that was according to a guide to Bigfoot hunting. Another really recent reason to believe in Bigfoot happened a couple weeks ago, according to Los Angeles Times, in Bradford, Pennsylvania. This was actually October 3rd, 2013, so keep that in perspective. This is happening now, people. A man named John Stoneman was hiking back from a festival at a nearby state park. He got in his car with his girlfriend, started driving away, and they noticed these two dark figures walking around. He started taking pictures on his phone, and this is what he saw. He was later interviewed for the news, and he's like, I don't believe in Bigfoot, but I can't picture this as any animal I would recognize, and it's not a human. So he's not saying it's Bigfoot, but okay, it's Bigfoot. It is. But yeah, this is happening right now. People are getting excited about it all over again. And a couple weeks before this, in Dallas, Texas, there was a conference by a group of people part of the Sasquatch Genome Project. They announced that DNA tests from other encounters with Bigfoot have determined that there is a hybrid man out there. Not necessarily a Bigfoot, but they are saying a hybrid man, some sort of missing link between humans and primates, which is really interesting. So this is happening now, and I can't wait to see where Bigfoot goes from here. This is great. Okay, so in conclusion, we know that there are global variations of this myth throughout the world and throughout time. We know that there are reasons to be skeptical, but there are also reasons to believe. So the choice is yours. Take this information, do what you will with it, but have an opinion and be able to argue it. Believe in yourself with this. And also, side note, make sure next time you're hiking or camping, have a quality camera at hand just in case. Thank you.